Okay, guys, I'm back. I don't usually do two videos in a row, if anyone watches my channel, you'll know that. So I just want to address a few things. I'm taking quite a bit of heat and criticism over my posting of the conversation that I had with Babken. Fine, I'm fine for it. I'm here for it. But I'm just going to clarify a couple of things. First off, I didn't intend in any way to go and make peace with Babken. I didn't plan on having a conversation with Babken. I was asked to come over while walking through the lobby by Engen, and Babken asked me to sit down. And the first thing he did, see, what you guys have to understand is that conversation that I released, that's the last 23 minutes of a conversation that was probably at least an hour long. And the whole beginning of the conversation, I sat and listened to a grown man come to someone's wife and complain about why his relationship with that person's husband was so bad at this point. And to be honest, I wasn't there. I don't want to talk to this guy at all. I don't want to talk to Babken. And this whole death threats thing from other people, it's other people saying Babken said this, it's other people saying Babken said that. Well, first of all, it is other people saying that Babken has said he's going to kill Devin. Which, by the way, for those of you who don't get the point, it's not the same thing as Devin saying, I'm going to kill you on the table when I face you, Dennis. So for those of you who say death threats went both ways, you're just wrong. The second thing is the death threats that were coming in. We get death threats all the time. We've had death threats for years. For years we've had death threats. Okay? We only start to take them seriously when they're coming from someone who we believe will actually act on it if they're given the opportunity to do so. So this isn't just a hype situation. This is multiple people who know Babken telling us from several sources that he's going to kill us. Sorry, kill Devin. I mean, maybe he wants to kill me now too, who knows. And then beyond that, Babken himself, like I said, like I alluded to in one part of the video, I think that I put out there. If you guys go have a look, there are multiple times where Babken insinuates that he's going to kill Devin on video, make him disappear, etc. So if you're going to get all butthurt about insinuating that Dennis and Babken are gay by Devin, then perhaps you should get a little bit upset as well about insinuating death threats. So look, I come across as whatever I come across as. But by the end of that conversation, the part that got recorded, and Pradeep, yeah, my memory isn't good enough to remember an over hour-long conversation. So thank you for that. And by the way, I'm making this video only because at this point I am annoyed. It's really kind of getting on my nerves. Normally I don't care so much about what people have to say about my antics or behavior, whatever you want to call it. But I'm getting a little pissed off because I was never. What guy calls someone's wife over to complain about his relationship? Why did that happen? Isn't that somehow disrespectful? Like, you haven't asked to talk to Devin. You haven't messaged Devin and say, let's talk and work this out. No, you want to just accost me in a hotel and tell me that I need to come and tell you what's wrong with my husband. Well, there's nothing wrong with my husband. He's doing what he needs to do. I support him for it. And for those of you who have a problem with what I did and putting out, yeah, I should probably address that too. The conversation happened in a public place. Other people were recording the conversation as well, on camera. And me putting the conversation out was actually, for those of you who saying I've pissed my husband off by putting this conversation out, you're also wrong. He fully supported that because he and I both believe that it was important for the community to know that A, there is a legitimate beef. There's nothing staged here because that has been flying around like crazy. And B, for transparency. And I don't give a shit if Babken has a problem with it. I've seen him since. He hasn't said anything to me about it. It's out there. again, other people were recording it. It could be released at any time. There were cameras flying around the whole time. So you can call me dirty, underhanded for doing it. That's fine. I'll take it. Absolutely no problem with Dennis. I think Dennis is great. In fact, in that conversation when I first went over, Dennis and I joked around, we hugged, we agreed that we were going to have a super match after he and Devin had theirs. But that I got to use both hands and a foot. And Engen was going to ref it. So I don't have a single problem with Dennis. I think Dennis is a great guy. I have a problem that who Dennis surrounds himself with. I think Babken is a piece of shit. And I think he's not very smart. And I think that his arguments are not very intelligent. And if you think that mine weren't, well, that's fine. And I was passionate. I warned you all I was passionate about it. I'm still passionate about it. So say what you want. It's fine. I don't really care. I know I say I care because I know I'm getting off track right now. We're about to go to the rules meeting and then the press conference starts tonight. So, yeah. I think I've addressed most of the things that I came here to do. Take it easy, guys. Watch the pay-per-view. Hope you all have a great night.